Primobolan by Hi-Tech Pharmaceuticals. Sounds a lot like a steroid because it once was, but don't be fooled, it is not. It's a prohormone with some short esters, making it one of the fastest acting cutting prohormones on the market. And of course, Hi-Tech Pharmaceuticals markets it as the strongest anabolic cutting agent out there. And as we do with every prohormone, and we'll continue to do so for every single prohormone on the market, in today's video, we're discussing what it is, the benefits, the cycle length, when to use it, how to use it, the side effects, the best PCT protocol, the best prohormones to stack it with, and at the end, the powers that be over at Hi-Tech Pharmaceuticals, well, I'm going to prove them wrong.
You are now in the presence of a king.
My name's Travis Dillard. I've been involved in the fitness industry for a number of years, been lifting for about 15 of them. Shaboom. Became a best-selling author a couple years ago, and I used to help a lot of people gain a lot of muscle. And today I'm here to get this information out there. I've invested my life into this because we are changing the game. We are being real and objective about compounds that people don't want to talk about, all while removing biases as well as sticking to the science. So with my 15 years experience, I've also got to give you my recommendation as well. So Primobolan, let's get it. So what is the prohormone Primobolan? Hi-Tech's Primobolan is a precursor to a compound developed in 1962 called methanolone, cleverly created to treat muscle wasting disease as well as osteoporosis. The chemical structure of Primobolan looks very similar to that of testosterone, just like we see for pretty much every prohormone out there, just with a methyl group attached in the C position. Now, fast forward 50 years, and Hi-Tech Pharmaceuticals in February of 2011 purchases the Primobolan trademark name. Goodbye steroid and hello prohormone. Over the next 11 years, Hi-Tech would just sit on the trademark waiting until March of 2022 to release Primobolan, which is essentially just a faster acting 1-testosterone and winstrol combined. More specifically, the product contains 50 milligrams of yet again another proprietary blend, comprised of 1-andro or 1-DHEA, which converts to 1-testosterone in the body and is dry. And this 1-andro is faster acting when compared to 1-testosterone's 1-andro, because 1-testosterone's 1-andro has a decanate ester attached to it. And then we don't know the half-life of Primobolan's 1-andro. What we do know is that the decanate ester is one of the longest esters, so it essentially has to be faster. Same thing with 3-beta-hydroxy, also known as epi-andro. It's dry, and it converts to DHT. And this specific epi-andro has an acetate ester, which means it's going to have a half-life of about 8 hours, and therefore it's going to be a lot faster acting than winstrol's epi-andro. And finally, it has 6-keto 25R spirostain, which in the past I've completely poo-pooed. But after further research, okay guys, I found something very interesting, and it's not scientific because there are no scientific studies quite yet, but people are saying it's synergistic. And so I had to look a little deeper, and I did. And what I found was freaking astounding. It says, I'm not kidding you, that 6-keto increases the absorption rates of 1-andro. So there is truly synergistic properties. Turns out this might actually be promising after all. So what are the benefits and results we can expect? Your muscle fullness is going to go up. You're going to look drier. You're going to look leaner. Your recovery is going to be pretty much superhuman. Your mood, it might be all over the place, but it should be pretty stagnant. Your aggression is going to go up. Your sex drive is going to go up. Your lines, they're going to be more noticeable. Your veins are going to be popping. And androgenically, you shouldn't get a ton of sides. Androgenic meaning, by the way, a hardened jawline or a deepening of the voice. The next time you go and you purchase your next stack, if you want to use the code TravisD at checkout, it's going to get you 2 things. Number 1, 10% off, which is pretty good. But 2, and the best part, if you purchase 2 prohormones or more, you get a liver support by Alchemy Labs thrown in for free. Now, guys, this stuff is legit. It's got Shilajit or Shilajit. I never know how to say it, but it makes my brain on fire, and I love it. Guys, this is a $40 value completely free. So the link is in the description. So when's the best time to use Primobolan? Since 1-andro and epi-andro are both dry, you're not going to have that conversion into estrogen, so it's going to be best for a cut. But, and I haven't mentioned this in a while, but I feel like I need to say it just one more time. AI, aromatase, just go ahead and have it on hand. Just have it with you, but only use it if you get estrogen-related side effects. So that's puffy nipples, that's a little water retention, maybe you're a little moody. The reality is that we should not be using an AI preventatively because estrogen, contrary to popular belief, is actually very anabolic. But Travis, I'm just so scared of the side effects. I just want to stop them before they happen. Look, guys, if side effects dominate your concerns and that's really all you can think about, and you're just trying to find a product that has all the benefits without the sides, then prohormones may not be the route for you. Because for every benefit, there's an equal and opposite of the same magnitude side effect on the other side. As for the cycle length, 8 weeks. And this is one of the rare products that has 90 pills in a bottle. Let's just go ahead and skip right over the serving size and get right to it. Hi-Tech Pharmaceuticals recommends 3 pills a day. When you look at the label, 50 milligrams spread across 3 ingredients. So that's 1 andro, epi-andro, and 6 keto. And it's in a proprietary blend. So I would actually recommend 3 a day. So 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch, 1 in the evening. So this dosing protocol, you'll need 2 bottles for an 8-week cycle. So what are the side effects we need to watch out for? It can lower estrogen levels a lot like Dianabol does. And this is why we don't want to preventatively take an AI like a Remistane, because we can, in fact, crash our estrogen. And this is one of those rare prohormones where we've actually come across somebody who's had liver enzyme issues. Yeah, this is anecdotal. And modern day prohormones don't have liver toxicity issues, but I just wanted you to be aware. I just wanted you to know that it has occurred. But most of us take an on-cycle liver support anyway, so we're protected. And hair loss isn't going to be an issue since our SHBG levels need to be low for that. And Prohormones and Primobolan specifically is not going to get it low enough in order to cause that hair loss effect. However, if you're trying to finish off your beard, maybe you've got some patches here or there, you're just trying to finish off that last 20%, well, the epi-andro from Primobolan is going to be the route for you. And Winstrol, which is epi-andro heavy, has caused some anxiety for some, and myself included. This is why you really should look into taking a standalone epi-andro product like Winstrol or dimethazine first before you touch Primobolan, only because you need to gauge your sides first. You need to see how epi-andro affects you. And then if you move past that, or maybe you get stuck on it and some anxiety spurs up, which if you do, you toss in a Rimoplex or citrus bergamot. If you don't, continue and next cycle toss in Primobolan and you can keep adding from there. Now let's look at the best promos to stack with Primobolan. If this is your first cycle, I would refer back to what I just said. I would take an epi-andro product like dimethazine or Winstrol by itself to see how you handle epi-andro. And then I would take a 1-testosterone so you can see how 1-andro or 1-test makes you feel. And then once you've done that, you can enter into the big boys club, which in this case, we're going to talk about a very simple cutting stack. More specifically, we're going to add in 1 additional product, and it's going to be Halodrol. And I'll tell you why. Say hello to Sophie. Say hi, Soph. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. Say hi. She's awesome. Primobolan provides a fast-acting 1-andro and an epi-andro, as well as 6 keto, which is going to help increase the absorption rates of the 1-andro, which is why we're talking about Halodrol here, because Halodrol contains 1-andro and a longer-acting version of it when compared to Primobolan. So we're going to have 1-andro from 2 different sources with 2 different esters, and this way the 6 keto can really push that 1-andro through. And it's also, Halodrol is going to also contain 4-andro, and not much of it, so the 4-andros, rather than using it for bulking, we can use it to keep looking full while cutting. And what do I personally think about it? So as you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of proprietary blends. And it's a little worrisome that some have experienced some anxiety. And Hi-Tech Pharmaceuticals claim that it's the strongest anabolic cutting agent out there. I mean, come on. It's just got 50 milligrams in there. When you compare it to Superdrol, I don't even know how we can have this conversation. But its lack of fillers combined with its fast-acting 1-andro and epi-andro, let's just say it gives us a little more of an edge earlier on in cycle. When we first start taking a cycle, when we first start touching a prohormone, we want to feel it as quickly as possible. This does that. And this gives us the extra edge, gives us that little more motivation than we otherwise wouldn't have, or we would have to wait for. So for these reasons, I would give it 2 thumbs up, but you're going to want to be sure that you watch out for the anxiety. And if you like this video and you want to see every other Prohormone breakdown video we have done so far, go this way. It's right here. Until next week, stay safe and stay swole, my brothers.